Hello. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. I want to appreciate everybody that has come for this training. I sincerely appreciate you all. My name is God's Power Ejakegui, and I'm a Forex coach and trade life, and I've been into this for so many years. The main intent here is what? To teach many of us how to trade in the financial markets. Are you with me? And like I said, this training will be going for 5 good days. It will go from 25th and it will be elapsed on 29th of February. Are you with me? Sorry, 29th of April rather. Are you with me? So that's exactly when this program will elapse. Are you with me? So if there is anything coming after then, I'll definitely let you know before Friday elapses. So what are we doing exactly for today? What are we doing exactly for today? Look at my screen. We are going straight to, we'll be going straight to, today, we talk about the introduction to Forex trading. We'll now talk about exchange rates. We'll talk about fundamental analysis. We'll now dive into technical analysis, sentimental analysis. We'll now look, now for tomorrow, which is day 2, we'll talk about pips, lots, leverage, brokers, platforms, and charting softwares. We'll now talk about types of traders, swing, day, position, and scalp. We'll now look into technical analysis. Please, I beg everyone, don't miss tomorrow's class for anything because we'll be doing live practicals in tomorrow's class. Now, what are we going to be doing for day 3? We'll talk about MetaTrader 4 and 5, how to use MetaTrader 4 and 5, how to open trades using MetaTrader 4 and 5. Talk about partial closing. We look into trade stopping. We now look into twin trading, edging. These are the things we'll be talking about for day 3. Day 4, which is a wonderful day, that will be on Thursday. I'll dive into support and resistance. We'll talk about the theoretical analysis and we'll now go into the technical analysis. That day, I will do practicals and we'll see live trading. We'll see how candles are working and all of that. Day 5 is basically trade management. We'll talk about news trading that day. I'll look into my FX book, investing.com, Forex Factory, Trading View. We'll look into all these throughout this period. So let me start with day 1. Before I start, I want to tell you that please, for you to get more of this, do well by what? Subscribing to my channel. After this, the beauty about this is after this class, I'm recording right now. I'll drop the recorded version. Please subscribe on my YouTube channel. Once you subscribe, make sure you turn on the notification bell and click on the like button. When you do this, it makes YouTube to show this video more to so many people. And the reason why I always encourage my participants to subscribe is that I usually drop videos like this online. Sometimes I could drop important videos like when Ukraine and Russia crisis out, when it's, it was really hot a period of time. So I actually sent a message to my traders, letting them know the right time to trade and the right time to what? To exit the market. And another thing you should know is, if you're a beginner, this is also an advantage for you. Are you with me? I am starting from the scratch. So feel free to see it as if you are taking the course from the scratch. Also, if you have an idea of Forex trading, why don't you just stay put? When you stay put, it's an advantage for you to see what you probably might not be knowing. Like I always tell people, in Forex trading, you learn every day. I repeat, in Forex trading, you learn every day. No knowledge is a waste in Forex trading. Thank you very much. Let's proceed. What's Forex? Forex refers to FX and is the largest financial market where currencies are bought, sold, and exchanged for one another. I want to welcome the new participant once more. And it has no centralized exchange and transactions are performed over the counter. Participants trade with one another through a worldwide network of banks, brokers, and financial institutes. Now, let me tell you one thing. Forex is like an exchange. Now, one major reason why Forex is a bit different from Bitcoin is the fact that Bitcoin, some people, they also buy and sell. They can use Bitcoin to purchase some items. Are you with me? But for Forex trading, when you buy and sell in Forex trading, what you are basically doing is you are buying currency pairs. Currency pairs are simply the existence of some currencies. Like for instance, Nigeria spent a fiat known as Naira. In US, they spend a fiat known as USD. So that is a pair, that's a currency. A pair is when you now say USD JPY. JPY is simply a fiat which Japanese they spend. So it's a combination. Are you with me? You know, when you have a pair of shoe, it is a combination of two. Now, in the average, the daily amount that is dropped in the forex market is $5 trillion. In other words, I am not saying that we are going to make $5 trillion in a day. So in other words, you and I should know how much you profit from. Like today, I know how much I benefited from the forex market. Now, as a global market, Forex is traded 245, meaning that Forex is only traded from Mondays to Fridays. Forex is only traded from Mondays to Fridays. It's only crypto, Bitcoin, and the rest that I know that they go from Mondays down to Sunday. Are you with me? And what time zones are we looking at? We're looking at the London, New York, Tokyo, Zurich, Frankfurt, Singapore, Paris, and Sydney, depending on the section. And what trading section are we also looking at? Asia, European, and America. Are you with me? If you look at it virtually, class, these sections are actually those that base majorly on Forex. I was telling somebody recently that USD is basically for Forex. USD is basically a currency I know that you see very well in the Forex market. Are you with me? So let's proceed. I have a chart here. What do you do in Forex market? You buy and you sell. The bull here is an indication of buy, and the sell here is an indication of what? Sell. Now, just give me a minute while I go to my trading view. While trading view is coming up, let me continue the class. Now, who trades Forex? The commercial banks, the central banks, investment managers, and hedge funds, multinational corporations, individual investors. The major body that actually are in charge of Forex trading are the central banks. An example of central banks are European Central Bank, Central Bank of Nigeria, Bank of England, so on and so forth. All these bodies, they what? They trade Forex. The subordinate banks are EcoBank, Keystone Bank, Polaris Bank, Guarantee Trust Bank, and JP Morgan's. Another body that you see into this is investment managers and hedge funds, but national corporations and individual investors. Who are the individual investors? The individual investors are you and I. Are you with me? Now, life has been so easy. In those days, you cannot trade Forex successfully. But now, you can successfully what? Trade Forex. Now, you can successfully trade Forex with the help of what? Brokers. An example of all these brokers we have here are, we have a whole lot of brokers. You know, they even advertise many of them. OxaFX, Alt Forex, so on and so forth. These are brokers that we have, that we know that they exist. Now, I have a flow chart. This flow chart shows me the banks. This is the central bank in the middle. Now, the reason for this flow chart is to tell you those that are really in charge of the market. This is the central bank. The central bank is the major body. It's just like the way we have strong bodies in clubs. That's how we have the central bank. Are you with me? The major bank are the subordinate banks. These ones, there are also banks that trade Forex. And all these major banks are talking about, they are very good example of banks you know. GT Bank, Zenith Bank, all these banks we actually deal with. Are you with me? These bodies, they actually trade Forex. Market makers, ECM brokers, these are brokers that we know that we deal in what? We deal in Forex. All these brokers, they help in terms of Forex. But don't worry, I will tell you the brokers you can really deal with. Those that I know that they are so successful and they are so good for you to trade with. Those ones that you can actually trade with. They are very good broking firms that I can assure you that when you work with them, you enjoy them. After all, I made my own withdrawals from my broking firm, and I can assure you, I placed the withdrawal this morning. I got my money today. Are you with me? I will tell you all these things tomorrow. Don't worry, I will also be dropping this PDF for you to read on, and I'll drop the video. Like I said, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Click on the like button so that others can benefit from this. Now, currency pairs. We have two types of pairs, or we have two types of currency in the currency pair. We have the base currency and we have the quote currency. The base currency is the first listed currency of the currency pair, while the quote currency is the second listed currency or the second currency, as you can see. Now, if you look at this, the currency pair is Euro USD. Euro is the base currency and USD is the quote currency, meaning that the base is Euro and USD is the quote. The second one is GBP AUD. GBP is the base and AUD is the quote. The third one is XAU USD. XAU is the base and USD is the quote. Are you with me? So there are some things you should know. In Forex, you can deal with metals. You can trade metals. For those that have very good idea of gold, in chemistry, gold, the symbol of gold is AU. Are you with me? The symbol of gold is AU. And you know the symbol of gold, the silver is AG. Are you with me? We also trade these things in the Forex market. I will further explain these things to you. Now let's proceed. Exchange rate. Exchange rate is the rate at which one currency will be exchanged for another. It is also regarded as the value of one country's currency in relation to another. When we buy, we will believe that one currency will rise against another, we buy the strong currency and we sell the weak currency. What am I saying? Now, if you look at this place, let's go to my screen. I'll be giving a very good example here. Let's say you have a pair, which is Euro USD. Let's say Euro is 600. I'm assuming, please. And USD is 400. Now, if you have it like this, then it means that if you divide this, zeros cancel zeros, then eventually 3 divided by 2. 3 divided by 2 is what? 0. You know, when you cancel this, two here 3, 2 here 2. 3 divided by 2 is what? That's 1.5000. Now, let's say somebody calls you and says that, Mr. Bassi, that Euro has increased in the market by 100. Let me use another marker so that you understand this. So let's say Euro increased from 600 to 700. Please, I'm only capitalizing on the base currency. Normally, if Euro should increase, USD should be reducing. But let's say I put this on 400. Zeros cancel zeros. 7 divided by 4 is what? You know, 7 here 1, 7 into that part is 1.75000. Now, 600. Let's say euro. Now, when it increases from here to 700, it means that there's an increment here. Please, this is an indication that we should enter this market as a buy. Now, if you have euro USD, euro in this case now is reducing. Euro is reduced to 400, or probably it's reduced to 500. That's 500 divided by 400. So if it reduces to 500, then zeros cancel zeros. 5 divided by 4 is what? 1.25000. So in this case, we can say that what? We can enter this market as a seller. Let me explain to you further what I mean by all this in TradingView. Let's go to TradingView. TradingView is a platform that technical traders they use. You can see it is requesting if I should sign in with any of my Google accounts. So once you come to TradingView, I'll talk about TradingView tomorrow. You can see these are the latest updates about Bitcoin. Bitcoin has boosted, BTC USD has boosted by plus 1.69 profits. So let's come here, click on chart. You can see this is what I mean by currency pair. Look at this place. This is called symbol search. Like I said, currency pair is a combination of two currencies, and the currencies are Euro USD. So this symbol search, if I click on this, under Forex, I have a lot of them. Let me say I remove Euro USD. You can see NZ USD. Oh, sorry. Let me go back to that place. I have to tap away Euro USD. You can see GBP USD, USD JPY, Euro USD, GBP JPY, AUD USD, so on and so forth. So let's say I'm on Euro USD. Look at my chart very well, class. In the Forex chart, look at this green line going up. This green line going up is an indication that the market is actually going on a buy from here upwards. It's an indication that what? The market is going up for a buy. This red line coming down. Can you see? So this is what I mean by buying and selling. By my right hand side class, you will notice that you see like 1.008, 1.009, and the rest. So once this one comes down, look at what the difference in these values. Thank you very much. Let's go to the next. Exchange rates and technical analysis. Fundamentals of looking at financial and political forces that may affect currency prices. The idea behind this is, let me explain myself. Fundamental analysts are all those forex traders that what they do is they go into the market, they analyze the market, and they view exactly what is going on in the market. Are you with me? So what fundamental analysts they do is they might probably go to charts. I said charts, sorry. They will go to news lines and news sites to see. A very good example of a site a fundamental analyst can use is myfxbook.com. Another good example is what they call it. You have what they call it, Forex Factory. Forex Factory is another good place a fundamental analyst might probably want to use. Now, what they do is they go there, they check the strength of the market. I will show you all this on Thursday, if only you are consistent. They check the strength of this. A very good trader is supposed to go and compare what you get in the news and what you get in the technical analysis and from your technical analysis. So whatever you get from there, you compare. What am I trying to say? If from fundamental news, you have an indication that euro is going on a buy. So what you should do as a very good trader is that you will now go to your technical analysis, you check your chart. Is euro actually going as a buy? Yes. If euro is going as a buy, and you've made your confirmation from the fundamental analysis, what do? You enter that market as a what? As a buy. If fundamental analysis is telling you that euro is going as a sell, and technical analysis is saying that euro is going as a sell, what do? You enter this market as a sell. Don't worry, if you are consistent with this training, I bet you understand everything about Forex trading. Sorry, are you doing? You understand everything about Forex trading. You get it. So that is that. Technical analysis is the study of price pattern on a particular asset. Now, what I'm trying to say here is, for technical analysts, they use drawing tools to make analysis. They can draw trend lines. They can use moving average. They can use MACD. I know these things I'm saying is strange to some of us, but I can assure you, look at what I'm saying. Let's go to trading view. On trading view, you observe that this is what a technical analyst usually uses. What the person does is he comes here. These are trend lines. They can use trend lines to make analysis. Look at it. I'm just trying to determine support and resistance. Although I'll teach you this on Thursday. Can you see? You can make analysis. And for me, look at it. This thing came here and broke down. Whenever candles, all these things you see that are green and blue, I can change it to, if I want to change the color, I can decide to make this color blue. I can go to the candle. I can make this blue. This one is green. I can come here and make this blue. That's the body of the candle. The border lines are actually the thin lines around the candles which you cannot see. Then the wick. The wick are those long things that are protruding from the candles. Can you see? I've made virtually everything here blue. If I go back, you can see my chart is blue. So let me explain quickly. The body of the candle, let me explain to you. This is what, okay, let me clean this now since I'm through this. The candle is like this. Now, thank God you saw what I did that time. You saw something like body, wick, and what did you say again, border? This is what the candle is. Now, class, the wick is what you have on top. I will teach you all these things. You just be consistent. This red line you see here is the border. And this blue line you see, this blue, the internal part that fills the border is what we call the body. So this is what exactly a candle makes. So don't get confused. When somebody is telling you constituents of candles is exactly what I've just shown you. Face it. So that is how it works. You can see it breaks down and it comes down. Whenever candles break through, this thing is called, the upper line is called this resistance, and the bottom line is called the support. Whenever candles break through the support, it is an indication that you should enter the market as a sell. You can see the market, I will teach you these things, don't worry. The market actually sold down to this point. Now, if you look at this region is 116. If you look at some, you see something like 123. You see something like 123 bars. So this 123 bars is an indication that we have about 121 pips. If you look at it, you will see something like 40 bars. 40 bars is the candles that actually lies between this area. And how How long will it take you to achieve this 121 pips? It will take you 3 days and 16 hours. If you look at my screen, you will see 3 days and 16 hours. Are you with me? So that is exactly the requirement for it. That's exactly the requirement for it. So I think I have introduced you to what we'll be doing in our further class. Let me quickly show you something. Let me show you something. Coming to this place class. Coming to this place class. I want to appreciate those that came one more time. Thank you so much for coming. Now, there's something called sentimental analysis. Actually, there are 3 types of analysis. I don't always like talking about sentimental because I feel that it is people's opinion. But there are 3 types of analysis. 1, I said the fundamental analysis, which I'll still talk about day 4 and day 5. I said 2, technical analysis. I said 3, sentimental analysis. Sentimental analysis is when a forex trader is using people's decision to trade. What am I trying? Look at it. The process of identifying position of traders, whether net long or net shorts, to influence your own trading decision in the currency market. Sentimental analysis can be directly translated to forex. It is also used for stock and other. Yeah, of course. It's also used for all of that. See what I'm trying to say here. Look at my screen. Sentimental analysis. Sentimental analysis in the forex market. Sentimental analysis in the forex market is when you look at previous graphs. There are some graphs you can see on the screen. When you look at the graphs, you will see that these graphs, you have net long and net short. Net long is telling you that you should enter the market as a buy. And net short is telling you that what? You should enter this market as a sell. If you look at this place very well, class, you see that the percentage of people who is going for a buy is greater than the percentage of people who is going for a sell. Are you with me? This one is also the same thing. So that's why it is a net long. Look at this. The percentages of people going for sell, they are more than those going for what? For a buy. So this is an indication that what? You should enter the market as a sell. Are you with me? So, but whenever you have it as 50-50, okay. Whenever you have it as 50-50, you get, it is not really right to make a decision. For me, I would have even preferred that if you have a longer decision, like a longer buy, like the way you have 82% buyers and 80% sellers, you can enter this as a buy. Even this 52-48, it is not so certain. It is not so certain. So it's advisable for you to patiently wait until you have a good decision. Like I said, sentimental analysis is when you use people's decision to trade. I don't really advise that you should use people's decision to trade in the forex market. Make your own analysis. And what kind of analysis are you probably going to be making? You are probably going to be going with your forex fundamental analysis and you're going with your technical analysis. Now, I have seen where people will say that I am a technical analyst, I'm not a fundamental analyst. I don't usually advise people to trade like that. Don't make decisions like that. You can be any. In fact, as I am both a fundamental analyst and I'm also a technical analyst. So you can have an idea of the two and you can trade, and you will see that trading the forex market is not difficult. It only requires a skill, a real skill, knowing your own strategy. So let's see what we have. I think that's all for today. Somebody sent a message. Oh, I suggest you. Oh, of course, sir. I will drop the recorded version. Sorry about the network problem. So many people have network issues. So, is there any question for me before I go? While I await your question, I just want to give you a short advice. Please, Forex is not a place whereby you come and make quick money. You can see what happened in the Bitcoin. Bitcoin dropped for some time. It was just from today and the rest that people started making some profits. Are you with me? Forex is not a place where you make quick money. Are you with me? So if you really want to enjoy this training, I would advise you that you should be patient. Understand fundamental and technical analysis. And if you are the type who feels that you have an idea of Forex, like I always tell people, no knowledge is a waste. Why don't you patiently get the knowledge, understand it, and make your money easily? Are you with me? I must tell you something. It wasn't so easy for me to start gaining the Forex market. I had to read, learn. All these things I'm teaching you today was a combination of the courses I bought online, I studied on my own, and mentors. Let me tell you something. Whether you like it or not, you must have mentors in this business. Mentors will always guide you on how to move. Are you with me? For instance, I can be your mentor. Mentors will always guide you on how to move. Okay, somebody said this is the first time of coming across Forex. Welcome, sir. Thank God you are here. Just be coming for the training, which will take place from now to Friday. I can assure you that you understand this training. Thank you very much, everybody. God bless you. Thank you. I always have a slogan for Forex, or I call it a more. Somebody is having a network problem here. Is there any question before I go? Is there any question for me before I go, please? If you, Mr. I don't know who is this speaking, V2043, I guess that's your phone symbol. You can send me a private message, please, right now. Is there any question before I go? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Israel. How are you doing, sir?
I'm fine, sir. I'm just joining the meeting. I
Yes,
was
sir.
busy with some things before.
Okay,
So I
sir.
went about the teaching on Forex.
What
So
do you
can I
say?
private chat to you about
You said
can I
what?
private chat to you about the details of the meeting? The meeting. I didn't get the full details of the things that were done earlier before I joined.
Okay, you can
So it's like
private
I
chat
made a
me.
lot.
Yeah. Sir, I like I said,
Is your contact?
my contact.
Yes, sir.
My contact is
I'm
08.
listening to you, sir.
My contact is 080. My dad's 081. Chat me on 081. That's my business line. 56 76
I'm coming to
3307.
081
1 5 6 7 6
I didn't get it, sir.
081 56 76
76.
3307. Yeah. Somebody
Yes,
asked,
yes,
yeah. Somebody asked, when is the next class? The next class is exactly 8 p.m. tomorrow. The next class is exactly 8 p.m. tomorrow.
okay, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Israel. Thank you for coming. I do appreciate all of you. God bless you all. God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Adelabu Sikiru.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any
Yes, sir.
questions, sir? Yes, sir.
By tomorrow, I will get myself ready fully.
No
So, but
problem,
I've
sir.
gotten some today because of network. I couldn't get everything.
Yeah,
So by
sorry
the time
about that.
we watch the recorded stuff, we will
Yeah.
try to find where we are going to have our question.
Okay, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please. Don't forget.
Okay,
Yeah.
sir.
Thank you so much, everybody. I do appreciate you for coming. Thank you so much. God bless all of you. Please don't forget that we have another class tomorrow. Yeah, I saw that. We have another class tomorrow. Mr. Bassi, do you have a question?
No, no, no.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Bassi. You are blessed. You are blessed. Thank you, sir. God bless all of you. Thank you so much. Good night. See you tomorrow. Bye for now. Goodbye.